I think as a general rule for your educational practice, Native, Native American, and Indigenous are pretty politically correct, and you're not going to upset or offend anybody. So go ahead and use those. They can be a little bit ambiguous because there are people indigenous to everywhere on planet Earth except Antarctica, and a Maori person who's living in Minnesota will identify as an indigenous person, but there's a difference between being Maori and being Native American from Minnesota. So sometimes you got to establish some context depending on how you're using the vocabulary. I think it's one of the reasons some folks have hung on to American Indian, even though obviously Christopher Columbus was lost and thought he was in China. No, Japan, no, India, yes, and these are Indians, boom, and it stuck. So obviously it was a misnomer, but some folks have hung on to it as a way to say this means people who have the political definition of indigenous, like they're an enrolled member of an American Indian tribe, and so you'll see National Congress of American Indians and American Indian Movement and others have kind of held on to that vocabulary, even though it is, not as politically correct. You'll still run into both, and it's the language in statutes. For you, I don't know, do you guys have a Native parent committee? You do, yeah. Bounce it off of them. It's probably the safest route. It gives you a good way to engage with them, empower your Native stakeholders and families, and follow their good advice, and it gets you a get out of getting beat up around the ears card, because you can say, hey, we bounced it off of our families and community, and this is what we decided to do here. And we can all use a get out of getting beat up around the ears card.